Hello everyone, Dr. Alan Mandell here. Welcome back to my channel, Science of Healing. Have you noticed your arms getting thinner, your legs feeling weaker, or simple tasks like climbing stairs becoming harder than they used to be? You're not alone. After the age of 60, the human body naturally begins to lose muscle at a faster rate, a condition known as sarcopenia. And here's the shocking truth. Adults over 60 can lose up to 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every decade, and after age 70, that rate can accelerate even faster. But what most people don't realize is this: your kitchen can be one of the most powerful tools to fight muscle loss. Today, we're going to talk about 10 scientifically backed fruits that can help protect your muscles, improve strength, and support recovery, naturally, safely, and effectively. These are not miracle cures, but when used consistently, they can make a profound difference. Let's begin. After the age of 60, something quiet begins to happen inside the human body, something most people never see until it starts affecting their daily life. It doesn't arrive with pain or warning. It doesn't make headlines, but it slowly steals strength, balance, and independence, one muscle fiber at a time. Doctors call this silent process sarcopenia, and it is one of the most underestimated health threats facing older adults today. Research shows that adults over 60 can lose up to 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every single decade, and after the age of 70, that loss can accelerate dramatically. That means by the time many people reach their late 70s, they may have lost nearly a third of the muscle they once relied on to walk, lift, and protect their bodies from injury. And here's the frightening truth: muscle loss is not just about looking thinner or feeling weaker. It is directly linked to falls, fractures, hospitalizations, and loss of independence. In fact, studies published in the Journal of Gerontology found that reduced muscle strength is one of the strongest predictors of early disability in older adults, even more powerful than many chronic diseases. Think about that for a moment. Not heart disease, not diabetes, not arthritis, but muscle weakness. Because muscles are not just for movement. They are the body's engine, the body's armor, the body's survival system. Every time you stand up from a chair, climb stairs, carry groceries, or catch yourself from falling, your muscles are working behind the scenes to keep you safe. Yet starting in your 50s, the body begins to lose muscle faster than it can rebuild it. This happens because aging reduces key hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, slows protein synthesis, and increases inflammation inside the body. Scientists call this process anabolic resistance, meaning the muscles become less responsive to the very nutrients that once kept them strong. And the consequences can be devastating. According to research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults over 65. Every year, millions of older adults are hospitalized because their muscles were not strong enough to protect them when they stumbled. One simple slip in the bathroom, one misstep on the stairs, one moment of weakness, and life can change forever. But here is what many people don't realize. Muscle loss is not just about aging. It is deeply connected to lifestyle, especially nutrition. Your muscles are living tissue. They constantly break down and rebuild themselves. And this rebuilding process depends on nutrients, vitamins, antioxidants, and energy from the foods you eat every single day. When the body doesn't receive the right nutrients, muscles shrink. When inflammation rises, muscles weaken. When blood flow decreases, muscles starve for oxygen. And over time, the result is fatigue, instability, and loss of strength. But science has also revealed something incredibly hopeful. Muscle loss is not inevitable. It can be slowed, reduced, and in some cases partially reversed, even after the age of 60. Researchers from the Harvard Medical School have shown that proper nutrition combined with regular movement can significantly improve muscle strength in older adults regardless of age. In other words, the body never stops responding to healthy choices. It never stops adapting. It never stops rebuilding. And one of the simplest ways to support muscle health is by choosing foods that naturally protect muscle tissue from damage. Among these foods, fruits play a surprisingly powerful role. Many fruits contain antioxidants that fight inflammation, one of the biggest drivers of muscle loss in aging bodies. They provide vitamins that support nerve function, minerals that regulate muscle contraction, and natural compounds that improve blood circulation. Some even contain plant chemicals that help preserve muscle fibers and reduce breakdown. This is why nutrition experts around the world now emphasize whole foods as a foundation for healthy aging. Not expensive supplements, not complicated diets, but simple, natural foods that work with the body instead of against it. Consider this shocking statistic. A large study involving more than 3,000 older adults found that those who consumed higher amounts of fruits and vegetables had significantly stronger grip strength, one of the most reliable indicators of overall muscle health. Stronger grip strength is linked to longer life expectancy, better mobility, and lower risk of disability. That means something as simple as what you eat for breakfast could influence how strong you feel 10 years from now. Imagine waking up in your 70s and still being able to walk confidently without assistance, still being able to carry groceries, still being able to play with your grandchildren, still being able to live independently in your own home. That future is not determined by age alone. It is determined by daily choices, repeated again and again over time. Every meal is an opportunity to strengthen your body. Every bite is a signal to your muscles. Every healthy habit is a step toward independence. Because the human body is remarkably resilient. Even in later life, muscles can grow stronger when given the right support. Blood flow can improve, balance can stabilize, energy can return, and perhaps most importantly, confidence can come back. Confidence to move, confidence to walk, confidence to live without fear of falling. So if you or someone you love is over the age of 60, remember this message. Muscle loss is common, but it is not destiny. Weakness is possible, but it is not permanent. And aging does not have to mean losing strength. The choices you make today, the foods you eat, the nutrients you provide, the habits you build can shape your health for years to come. Because strength is not just about muscles. It is about freedom. It is about dignity. It is about living life on your own terms. Inside every muscle in your body, millions of tiny fibers are working day and night to keep you standing, walking, breathing, and living your life with strength and confidence. But after the age of 60, those fibers face a silent battle. A battle against inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and slower recovery that can gradually lead to weakness and fatigue. This age-related muscle decline, known medically as sarcopenia, is not just a matter of aging. It is often the result of missing nutrients your muscles desperately need to survive. And here is the truth that surprises many people. Your muscles are not only built by protein, they are protected, repaired, and energized by vitamins, minerals, and powerful plant compounds found in everyday fruits. Scientists have discovered that certain fruits contain nutrients that directly support muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and tissue repair. The three biological systems that determine whether your muscles stay strong or slowly waste away. Without these nutrients, muscles cannot function properly, no matter how much you try to stay active. Take banana, for example, one of the most widely consumed fruits in the world, yet one of the most underestimated for muscle health. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral that acts like an electrical conductor inside your body, controlling how muscles contract and relax. When potassium levels drop, muscles can become weak, shaky, and prone to painful cramps. Research has shown that even mild potassium deficiency can reduce muscle strength and increase the risk of falls in older adults. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night with a sudden leg cramp that forces you out of bed. That sharp stabbing pain is often not a mystery. It is your muscles crying out for electrolytes, especially potassium. One medium banana can provide roughly 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium, helping restore balance and protect muscle function. But potassium is only one piece of the puzzle. Another critical nutrient for muscle health is vitamin C, and few fruits deliver it as effectively as guava. In fact, guava contains more vitamin C than many citrus fruits, making it one of the most powerful natural tools for muscle repair. Vitamin C is essential for producing collagen, the structural protein that holds muscles, tendons, and joints together. Without enough collagen, muscle tissue becomes fragile, recovery slows down, and injuries become more likely. Scientists have observed that older adults with low vitamin C levels often experience reduced muscle strength and slower healing after physical activity. And here is the shocking part. As people age, their bodies absorb vitamin C less efficiently, meaning they need more of it from food just to maintain normal muscle function. This is why nutrition experts frequently encourage older adults to include vitamin-rich fruits in their daily diet. Then there is pomegranate, a fruit that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but is now gaining attention from modern science. Pomegranate contains natural compounds called polyphenols, which help improve blood flow to muscles by relaxing blood vessels and increasing oxygen delivery. When blood flow improves, muscles receive more nutrients and recover faster after activity. Studies have shown that drinking pomegranate juice can reduce muscle soreness and improve endurance, especially in older individuals. Better circulation means stronger muscles, better balance, and more energy to stay active throughout the day. But muscle health is not only about strength, it is also about protection. Every day, your muscles are exposed to oxidative stress, a form of cellular damage caused by inflammation and aging. Over time, this damage can weaken muscle fibers and reduce mobility. This is where antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberry become incredibly valuable. Blueberries are packed with plant compounds called anthocyanins, which act like tiny shields inside your body, protecting muscle cells from damage. Research has shown that these antioxidants can reduce inflammation, improve muscle recovery, and support physical performance in older adults. Think of antioxidants as firefighters rushing to put out small flames before they turn into destructive fires. Without them, inflammation spreads, tissues break down, and muscles lose their strength. With them, the body can repair itself faster and maintain stability for years longer. Another fruit that plays a surprising role in muscle health is avocado. Unlike most fruits, avocados are rich in healthy fats and magnesium, two nutrients that help muscles relax and function smoothly. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and energy production. Low magnesium levels are extremely common in older adults and are strongly linked to muscle weakness, fatigue, and cramps. Even a small deficiency can make muscles feel heavy and tired, reducing motivation to stay active. But when magnesium levels are restored, muscles often regain strength and endurance surprisingly quickly. And let's not forget hydration, one of the most overlooked factors in muscle health. Dehydration can reduce muscle performance, increase fatigue, and raise the risk of injury. This is why fruits with high water content, such as watermelon, are so beneficial for older adults. Watermelon is more than 90% water and contains an amino acid called citrulline, which helps improve blood flow and reduce muscle soreness. Proper hydration keeps muscle cells flexible, nourished, and responsive, allowing them to work efficiently throughout the day. Here is what all these fruits have in common. They supply the body with nutrients that muscles cannot produce on their own. They reduce inflammation that weakens muscle fibers. They improve circulation that delivers oxygen and energy. And they support recovery that keeps the body moving. This is not speculation. This is biology. This is chemistry. This is science happening inside your body every time you choose the right foods. The difference between weakness and strength is often not determined by age. It is determined by nutrition. A body that receives the right nutrients can stay resilient, adaptable, and capable well into older age. A body that lacks those nutrients becomes vulnerable to fatigue, imbalance, and injury. And the most empowering part of this message is simple. You do not need expensive supplements. You do not need complicated diets. You do not need drastic changes. You only need consistency. One fruit added to your breakfast, one healthy snack in the afternoon, one small habit repeated every day, because muscles are always listening to what you feed them. They respond to nourishment. They respond to care. They respond to daily choices. And with the right nutrients from nature's simplest foods, your muscles can remain strong, steady, and reliable, supporting your independence, your confidence, and your ability to live life on your own terms for many years to come. After the age of 60, something quietly shifts in the human body that most people never fully notice until it begins affecting their everyday life. It is not sudden, it is not dramatic, but it is relentless. Strength that once felt effortless begins to fade. Climbing stairs feels heavier. Carrying groceries feels more demanding. Even standing up from a chair starts to require more effort than it used to. And while many people assume this is simply normal aging, science tells a very different story. What is happening is not just aging, it is a combination of lifestyle, inflammation, reduced nutrient intake, and loss of muscle efficiency that can be slowed and in many cases significantly improved. This gradual decline in muscle function is medically known as sarcopenia, and it is one of the leading causes of frailty in older adults worldwide. But here is what most people do not realize. Muscle loss is not just about muscles. It is about independence. It is about mobility. It is about dignity. Because when muscles weaken, everything becomes harder and sometimes even dangerous. According to research published in major geriatric studies, reduced muscle strength is one of the strongest predictors of falls, hospitalizations, and long-term disability in older adults. A single fall can lead to fractures. A single fracture can lead to months of immobility, and immobility often leads to further muscle loss, creating a dangerous cycle that is difficult to reverse. But within this serious reality lies something incredibly hopeful. The human body, even in older age, is still responsive. It still adapts. It still rebuilds. And one of the most powerful tools to influence this process is something simple, accessible, and often overlooked: daily nutrition. Every single day, your muscles are either being supported or slowly weakened by the choices you make at the table. And among the most powerful protective foods available are fruits, nature's most concentrated source of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and hydration. Consider the role of blueberry. These small fruits carry an enormous biological impact. They are rich in anthocyanins, powerful plant compounds that reduce oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of muscle aging. Oxidative stress is like rust forming inside your cells. Over time, it damages muscle fibers, reduces strength, and slows recovery. But antioxidants found in blueberries help neutralize this damage, allowing muscles to function more efficiently and recover faster after physical activity. Studies have shown that older adults who consume antioxidant-rich foods regularly tend to maintain better muscle performance and endurance compared to those who do not. This is not coincidence. This is cellular protection at work. Then there is avocado, a fruit that behaves almost like a nutritional powerhouse for aging muscles. Unlike most fruits, avocado contains healthy monounsaturated fats and magnesium, two nutrients deeply involved in muscle function. Magnesium is essential for energy production inside muscle cells. Without it, muscles struggle to contract properly, leading to fatigue, cramps, and reduced performance. In fact, magnesium deficiency is one of the most common nutritional issues in older adults, often going unnoticed until symptoms become severe. When magnesium levels improve, muscle efficiency improves with it. Energy production becomes smoother, recovery becomes faster, and daily movement feels less exhausting. This is not theory. It is biochemistry in action. Now consider watermelon, a fruit that plays a completely different but equally important role. Watermelon is over 90% water, making it one of the most effective natural hydration sources for older adults. Hydration is often underestimated in muscle health, yet it is absolutely critical. Even mild dehydration can reduce muscle strength, impair coordination, and increase fatigue, but watermelon offers more than just hydration. It also contains citrulline, an amino acid that improves blood flow by helping blood vessels relax and expand. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching the muscles. More oxygen means better endurance. Better endurance means more ability to stay active without exhaustion. And activity is the single most important factor in preserving muscle mass as we age. Scientific studies consistently show that sedentary behavior accelerates muscle loss dramatically, while regular movement slows it down significantly. But movement alone is not enough if the body lacks the nutrients needed to support it. This is why nutrition and activity must work together like two parts of the same system. Even something as simple as banana can play a role in this system. Bananas provide potassium, which regulates muscle contraction and nerve communication. Without proper potassium levels, muscles cannot function smoothly, leading to weakness and instability. And instability is one of the biggest risks in older age. A small imbalance can lead to a fall. A fall can lead to injury. An injury can lead to long-term immobility. But with proper nutrition, that risk can be significantly reduced. Even pomegranate contributes in a unique way. Its natural compounds improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support faster recovery after physical activity. Better circulation means muscles receive nutrients more efficiently, helping them stay strong and responsive. And then there is guava, a fruit that delivers exceptionally high levels of vitamin C, a nutrient essential for collagen production. Collagen is the structural framework that supports muscles, tendons, and joints. Without enough collagen, the entire movement system becomes weaker and more vulnerable to injury. Vitamin C also plays a role in repairing microdamage that occurs in muscle tissue during daily activity. Without repair, damage accumulates, and accumulated damage leads to decline. This is why nutrient-rich fruits are not just healthy choices. They are protective tools for the aging body. What makes this even more powerful is the compounding effect. One fruit alone can provide benefit, but when multiple nutrient-rich fruits are consumed consistently, their effects combine. Antioxidants reduce inflammation, minerals support contraction, vitamins repair tissue, water supports hydration. Together, they create an internal environment where muscles are supported instead of depleted. And this internal environment is what determines whether aging leads to weakness or resilience, because aging itself is not the enemy. Neglect is. Nutrient deficiency is. Inactivity is. The human body is designed to adapt. Even in later life, it continues responding to how it is treated. Muscles that are used and nourished tend to stay stronger. Muscles that are neglected tend to weaken. And this is where the power of daily choices becomes undeniable. Every fruit consumed is a signal to the body, a signal of nourishment, a signal of support, a signal that tells the muscles, you are still needed. And as long as that signal continues, the body continues to respond. Strength does not disappear overnight. It fades slowly, and it can be protected slowly as well, with consistent nutrition, with daily movement, with awareness of what the body truly needs. Because even after 60, the story of your muscles is not finished. It is still being written, one meal, one habit, and one day at a time.